you so much for your continued support. Every time that I upload new content, you're always here to support my work. Thank you so much. Somewhere in this great country of ours, a girl was born, and she went through normal childhood. She went through normal adolescence and teenage years, and she even went to the university. And she had dreams just like any other girl. She had her own dreams. There are things that she wanted to achieve in her life. And it wasn't long until she completed her university. And then after that, about 1 or 2 years, she met this handsome young man. And it's the guy that she always wanted to be with. And again, what was she waiting for? If she found the guy of her dream, then they just got married. So at the beginning, the guy was okay, he was loving, was romantic and all that. But after a short while, the COVID hit. And the girl lost her job because she was working somewhere in a small business and she lost her job. So it was left for this guy now, the husband, to support the family, to make sure that everything is okay. And he did that for a short while. One thing that the girl didn't know is that this guy had another girl out there. He had a side chick. And the girl was not aware of that because, the guy was acting all normal. He was all good in the family when he comes in the family. And so at this time now, they are getting their second child. So this girl notices there's a difference with the husband. And there's nothing much she can do because she doesn't have evidence of anything. And after all, she loves him. And she just continues staying in the relationship. After a few months, almost 1 year, this guy now feels, I'm fed up with this woman. She's grown old, and I have another mistress out there. So I need to spend more time with the side chick that I have out there. So the guy started now coming home late. He started abusing this girl emotionally, financially, and other means. Physically he was not yet there, but he was abusing her in one way or another. So the girl started to getting to a point where she felt something is really wrong. And she started investigating here and there. Before she knew it, the guy started abusing her physically. And the girl now realized this is not the best environment for me anymore because I can't bear this. She realized this is not a life that I want to give my children. This is not the kind of a family that I want my children to grow up in. So as usual, the girl called the mom and she told her mom, mom, I'm going through this and that. So the mother told her, just come home. Come home, let's talk. So it was just a day thing, a 1 day thing. So she went home and akaongea na mom. And the mom asked her now, Uriniambia, you're being abused. I can't see any black eye. I can't see any bruises in you. I can't see any injury in you. What are you talking about? And that guy loves you. So just go back and bear whatever things that you're going through because I can't see any element or any evidence of physical abuse or you being abused. So the mother told the girl, just go back to your husband, go back to your marriage and go bear whatever things that you're going through. And she had no other way. She just had to go back. But the mother was afraid that there are those ladies that she usually hung out with. And she was afraid now, how am I going to say about this situation? How will I tell them that, my daughter is no longer married, and the way I've bragged about her, the way I've told them about how good she is, and how the husband is romantic and loving. So the girl went back, and now she had no other place to be. She had to bear the pain and suffering in that marriage. So it wasn't long until the girl was killed by this guy. And the mother was crying, saying, I did this to myself. My daughter came to me saying that she is being abused, but simply because I didn't see any element or any evidence of physical abuse, then I sent her back to the same guy. And then the guy continued abusing her, and here she is, in a casket. She's dead. The mother said, I've done this to myself. And it was true because if she had allowed that daughter to stay maybe in her place, she would have realized what was happening. Now, maybe you can relate to this story. Maybe you've gone through a similar thing. Maybe currently you're going through the same thing. And I know that most of the times, those people who are in dysfunctional marriages, those people who are in marriages where they are being abused, there's domestic violence. Sometimes the thing that keeps you there is you keep asking yourself now, if I leave this marriage, where am I going? If I leave this marriage, how am I going to take care of my children? If I leave this marriage, how is the society going to take that? What is the society and family going to say about me? And those are some of the things that makes people to stay in abusive and violent relationships. But my question is today, were you doing well before you got married to that guy or to that lady who is now abusing you, either physically or emotionally or even financially? Were you doing good? Were you living a good life? Were you happy before you got married? Because now, the reason why you want to stay there is because you feel you can't be without that guy. You can't live a normal life without that guy. And that's one mistake that people usually do. You are in that abusive relationship, you are in that abusive marriage, but you keep staying there simply because you're saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. But if before you got married to that person, or you married that person who is abusing you, you are doing all good, your life was okay, then why are you asking yourself what's going to happen to you? You know, the problem is majority of, especially ladies, when you get married, some of you become dependent so much, such that you show that guy that you cannot be anything without him. And some guys, when they realize that, maybe your husband, if he realizes that you're showing him that you can't be anything or you can't become anything without him, then he's going to prove that to you. And he is going to humiliate you. He is going to cause you pain. He's going to cause you tears every day. And then by the end of the day, he's going to provide. By the end of the day, he's going to apologize. And life will just continue the same. But that's not the kind of a life that you deserve. That's not the kind of a family that you dreamt for. So what are you doing there? Have confidence in yourself. Trust yourself that you can get out there. Walk away from that abusive guy that you are with. Walk away from that lady, that woman who keeps hurting you. And you can become something, even without that person. But the problem is, some of you, you just feel like you can't be anything. You just feel, if I walk away from this guy, I will not be anything. I can't become anything out there. I don't have a job. I don't have a career. I don't have a business. I don't have money. Those are the minor things that are keeping you in that relationship. Whereas you can just walk out. Just walk away. Go and start from scratch. Go start that kibanda if you have to. Eda uanze kuuza skuma. All you need is something to support yourself. Go stay in that single room. As long as you can eat and pay rent, what else do you want? And so today, my point is, if you are in an abusive relationship, if you are in an abusive marriage, don't stay there simply because you don't know what's going to happen to you. Simply because you don't have money. Simply because you don't have a job. And simply because you're saying, niko na watoto watatu, sasa I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know how I'm going to take care of them. Just believe in yourself. Find somebody who can help you. Find maybe 1,000 or 10,000 or 5,000. Eda ununue skuma, anza kibada. Small, little by little, you're going to stand up on your feet. But if you just decide to stay in that abusive relationship, there's no guarantee that you're going to see tomorrow. There's no guarantee that you're going to be there next month. So why stay in a place where your life is threatened? Find some help. Get somebody who can help you. And this now is to parents. Your daughter comes to you and your daughter tells you, Mom, my husband is abusing me in one way or another. And simply because you can't see any physical evidence, simply because she didn't come to you with a black eye or with any bruises, then you tell her, enda tu uvumilie, hiyo ni mashida ya marriage, usijali, ataendelea hivyo, alafu ataacha kukuabuse, alafu he's going to be the husband that you want. And then your daughter has no otherwise, she just goes back to the same guy. But wait until she'll be killed. Wait until that guy is going to kill her and kill your grandchildren. Will you be happy? Will you be happy to receive your daughter in a casket? Why don't you then just sacrifice, persevering the shame of having her with you? You don't have to care what others are going to say. You don't have to care what the village is going to say about that. But what you should care more about is that your daughter will be safe. Your daughter will be okay. So don't just stay with somebody who is abusing you simply because you feel you won't make a life out there by yourself. The day you wake up and say it's over, the day you wake up and say that enough is enough, you're sick and tired, that is the day when you realize that you can get out of that marriage, get out of that relationship, go start from the scratches, and you are going to build yourself from down up. You're going to build yourself little by little. And after a few years, after a few months, you're going to start on your own feet. You're going to start strong, and you'll be happy, and you're going to have the life that you want for yourself. Thank you so much for your continued support. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and share this video so that it can change someone else's life.